everybody, and welcome back to another Mikel for Team Moreno video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Big Six. Now, the Big Six is iconic to the Premier League, so we're going to be talking about their each greatest achievements. So let's get into it. Number 1, Man United. Now, whether you want to debate if they're the biggest team in the Big Six, that's up to you. I think Liverpool personally, but right, so let's get into it. So Manchester United's best moment is easily the treble. Now, they won the treble in 1999, winning the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup. Now, at the time, only team to do it. Since then, another team's done it, which we also will be covering in this video. Manchester United won their iconic treble after edging Arsenal to the title, beating Newcastle in the FA Cup final, and then that night in Barcelona, they took on Bayern Munich, who at the time were also fighting for a treble. Now, it was close. Bayern Munich 1-0 up with little time to go. 2 super subs, and Solskjaer got the winner. One of Man United's arguably the best moment in their history. It was iconic. Fergie won a treble, and Man United were kings of the world. Now, do I think this treble was better than the other team, which we were talking about in the video treble? 100% by a mile. Now, number 2, Liverpool. Now, Liverpool's moment was slightly harder to pick out because Premier League success is weak with only 2. Yes, I'm not talking about their 18 First Division titles, 2 Premier League titles. So I picked Istanbul 2005. Now, this was an amazing moment for Liverpool. They were 3-0 down at half-time against an insane AC Milan team that had won the Champions League only like a year before in 2003. Now, it was impossible. Then they scored 3 goals in second half, and it looked like something incredible was happening. Then in the penalty shootout, Dudek heroics won Liverpool the Champions League. Liverpool were insane that night. That was one of their greatest nights in history, one of the most iconic finals in history. Liverpool winning the Champions League, being 3-0 down against prime AC Milan. What a moment for them. Next up, we have my beloved Arsenal. Now, this is easy. It's the Invincibles. Arsenal did an iconic thing back in 2004 when we won 26 games, drew 12 and lost 0. Now, this to this day has not been done. It was done by Preston like 200 years ago, but that doesn't really matter because this was the first of its kind in the modern era. Arsenal got actually a special golden Premier League trophy for this. Thierry Henry was balling out. The Invincible squad, here it is, was amazing. This is by far Arsenal's greatest ever moment. Now, I think, let's move on to Chelsea, yes. Now, Chelsea's greatest moment, again, you could say 2012 when they won the Champions League, but I decided to pick 2004-05 when they won the league with an incredible 15 goals conceded. To this day, no other team's done this. This was an incredible defensive record. Now, they actually only lost 1 game to Man City, actually. But yes, Chelsea were insane that year. Like, they were crazy. Young Mourinho was cooking up the whole league, man. Chelsea were unstoppable that year. By far the best team in England. Even probably one of the best teams in the world that year. What a team, man. Now let's move on to Manchester City. Now, Manchester City's history is very weak. But after their crazy oil takeover back in the late 2010s, I decided to pick their greatest moment as the treble in 2023. Now, this treble was nowhere near as good as Man United, but again, it was a tough league challenge for them. They pipped Arsenal to the league. Yes, Arsenal again. Then FA Cup, they actually beat Man United in the FA Cup final, rubbing salt into the wounds for Man United. They could have stopped City winning the treble, and then in the final, they took on Inter Milan. Now, they didn't make it easy. They struggled against Inter, but Rodri's winning goal edged it. City won the treble. So yeah, that is Manchester City's greatest ever achievement. Now, let's move on to Tottenham.